Audio check. Why is there no audio? Audio check. Audio check. Okay, there is no audio. I just had it muted on Twitch. Yeah, okay. So, Bible study 1. What is this Twitch? What is this stream going to entail? Well, I'm a Christian, but I'm not very religious, but I'm a Christian nonetheless. And I've never read the Bible, and I think every Christian should read the Bible at least once. And I'm also a recent immigrant to the United Kingdom, previously having lived in Slovakia, and my English isn't the absolute best. My pronunciation isn't the best, and well, there's room for improvement, obviously. And so I thought maybe I should kind of combine the two. I always wanted to read the Bible, and I should, and I need the English pronunciation practice. So I kind of combined the two, and I'm going to read the Bible out loud for Twitch. I don't know if anyone's gonna be interested in that, but I'm gonna do it nonetheless because it's something that's useful for me, even if no one is here to watch. I'm also going to be drinking while doing it, just because why not? Nikolaus vodka, 38%, at least what's left of it. And then this guy, brand new one. I'm going to make, it's called a screwdriver, which means orange juice, and this guy, or that guy. Hopefully that'll make reading the Bible a little bit more interesting. But first, let me check this Twitch again, check if the audio is working correctly. Audio check. Okay, sounds alright. It's 7:19 right now. This is going to work like this. I'm going to have myself in the big window. I'm going to have the Bible itself and the little small window on the side there. And I'm thinking maybe I should have like biological clock. On like the corner up there. I'm just not sure how to do that on OBS. If I do this picture, yeah, it's gonna capture the whole display. Right? Can I just... I was hoping I can maybe just like resize it to just only capture like the clock part. Which one is it though? Audio input, audio output, browser, color source, display capture, game capture, image, slideshow, media source, scene, text, video capture device, VLC, video source, window capture. Let's try window capture. Oh no. Oh, that's not it. It has to be display capture, right? Well, like, how do I... Windows 10. Settings, no. Let me just Google it real quick. OBS capture part of screen. Okay, you can crop the area of a source like display capture by holding down the Alt key while dragging the bounding box to limit the area captured. So we do like a display capture, okay, and then Alt. Nope, maybe click OK and then Alt. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, like that, and then zoom it out like this. Like that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so it's 7:23. I'm thinking maybe we'll read until like maybe 9-ish, but it really depends on how I'm gonna feel like, basically, because I also want to kind of play some video games. I'm playing Forza Horizon and BMG Drive right now because I recently bought this steering wheel Thrustmaster T248, and I really enjoy playing BMG on there. But anyway, I'm also streaming this and I'm also recording it because I'm not sure if Twitch is gonna save my videos or my past recordings or not, but I really want to keep these. So maybe, you know, go back after a while and see if I progressed, if my pronunciation kind of progressed or not. You know, at work, someone told me I sound like a Dutch person, someone from the Netherlands, which I don't really know how that's possible, but someone told me that. And then another person told me I sound like an Eastern European person trying to imitate an American accent. Which I guess makes a bit more sense because I'm, well, not exactly from Eastern Europe, but I'm from Central Europe, and I learned my English basically from American movies and TV shows and stuff. So I guess makes more sense. But I'm not sure how Dutch came up, Although maybe Dutch people do kind of sound American a little bit as well. But anyway, without further ado, let's start this thing. Now, I'm going to be reading from the World English Bible because it's in the public domain, meaning there is no copyright. I mean, the copyright holder is the public. That's why it's public domain. So I should not get into any kind of trouble for distributing this copy and reading it on the internet for free, because it is free. It's in the public domain, right? Okay, so the World English Bible. And it's, by the way, it's downloaded from Gutenberg.org, which is this website where you can download public domain books. World English Bible, the Old Testament. Okay, we're starting with Genesis. But first, let me eat a little Kinder Pinguine. Okay, let me make myself a drink. I'm gonna keep checking Twitch as well, just to see what it looks like. How do I check? Oh, okay. It's up here. You can check the session, how long the video has been. It's been almost 40 minutes now. You can check the viewers. 1. And you can check the followers. 0. Man, I really hope this will save. I really don't want to read this for 2 hours just for it to disappear forever. I also wanted to stream on YouTube, but I had to enable streaming on my channel, and after you enable streaming, you have to wait 24 hours for some reason to start streaming. So this first one is only English. Maybe after I'll upload the video that I'm also recording onto YouTube. We'll see. Got my trusty Iron Man or Avengers mug. Okay, let's do this, shall we? The Old Testament, Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was on the surface of the deep. God's Spirit was hovering over the surface of the waters. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw the light and saw that it was good. God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. There was evening, and there was morning, one day. Okay, so I guess this in the beginning of Genesis, we're going to kind of see how God created Earth. God said, "Let there be an expanse in the middle of the waters. Let it divide the waters from the waters." God made the expanse and divided the waters from which were under the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse, and it was so. So I guess it means the water and the air and the atmosphere. God called the expanse sky. Yeah. There was evening and there was morning, a second day. God said, "Let the waters under the sky be gathered together to one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. God said it was good. God said, "Let the earth put forth grass, herbs yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit after their kind, with its seed in it on the earth." And it was so. The earth has herbs yielding seed after their kind, and trees bearing fruit with its seed in it after their kind. And God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning, a third day. Okay, so the third day was kind of just vegetation and plants and stuff. God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of sky to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. Let them be for lights in the expanse of sky to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made it two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. And he also made the stars. Didn't he already make like day and night? God set them in the expanse of sky to give light to the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning, fourth day. God said, "Let the waters swarm its swarms, and let birds fly above the earth in the open expanse of sky." God created the large sea creatures and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarmed, after their kind, and every winged bird after its kind. God saw that it was good. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." There was evening and there was morning, a fifth day. God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures after their kind, livestock, creeping things, and animals of the earth after their kind." And it was so. God made the animals of the earth after their kind, and the livestock after their kind, and everything that creeps on the ground after its kind. God saw that it was good. God said, let us make man in our image." Okay, this is where we come in. "After our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. God created man in his own image. In God's image he created him. Male and female he created them. Okay, so this is like Adam and Eve, right? God blessed them. God said to them, "Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the sky, and over every living thing that moves on the earth." God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb yielding seed, which is on the surface of all the earth, and every tree which bears fruit yielding seed. It will be your food. To every animal of the earth, and to every bird of the sky, and to everything that creeps on the earth, in which there is life, I have given every green herb for food." And it was so. God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. There was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. I guess earth is done, because the seventh day is like the rest day, right? The heavens and the earth were finished, in all their vast array. On the seventh day God finished his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because he rested in it from all his work which he had created and made. Lots of repetition there. This is the history of the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that Yahweh God made the earth and the heavens. Yahweh God? Is that like his name? No plant of the earth was yet in the earth, and no herb of the field had yet sprung up. Okay. For Yahweh God had not caused it to rain on the earth. There was not a man to till the ground. Well, didn't he just create man, or man and woman? But a mist went up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground. Yahweh God formed man from the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So he's creating man just now? Yahweh God planted a garden eastward in Eden. Okay, I know this story. And there he put the man whom he had formed. Out of the ground Yahweh God made every tree to grow that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the middle of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it was parted and became 4 heads. The name of the first is Pishon. This is the one which flows through the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. Okay, and the gold of that land is good. There is aromatic resin and the onyx stone. The name of the second river is Gihon, the same river that flows through the whole land of Cush. The name of the third river is Hiddekel, which is the one which flows in front of Assyria. Finally, a name that I kinda know. But the fourth river is the Euphrates. Okay, Yahweh God took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. Yahweh God commanded the man, saying, every tree of the garden you may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat of it. For in the day that you ate of it, you will surely die. Yahweh God said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him." Okay, this is where Eve comes in. Out of the ground, Yahweh God formed every animal. Okay, not yet. Every animal of the field, and every bird of the sky, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. Whatever the man called every living creature, that was its name. Okay, I have a question for this man, Adam, I assume, although it's never called Adam. He's never called Adam. Why would you make the plural of geese? Why not gooses? Okay, maybe it was Latin. Whatever the man called every living creature, that was his name. Or Hebrew. The man gave names to all livestock, and to the birds of the sky, and to every animal of the field. But for man there was not found a helper suitable for him. Not even the dog. Yahweh God caused a deep sleep to fall on the man, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, the flesh in its place. He made the rib which Yahweh God had taken from the man into a woman, and brought her to the man. The man said, This is not bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She will be called a woman, because she was taken out of man. I don't see any flaw in that reasoning. Therefore, a man will leave his father and his mother, and will join with his wife, and they will be one flesh. They were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. Good for them. Now the serpent was more subtle than any animal of the field which Yahweh God had made. He said to the woman, Has God really said, You shall not eat of any tree of the garden? The woman said to the serpent, Of the fruit of the trees of the garden we may eat, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the middle of the garden, God has said, You shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. The serpent said to the woman, You won't surely die, for God knows that in the day you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Sure, let's believe the snake. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. Women. Sorry. And she gave some to her husband with her, and he ate. The eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked. They sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. They heard the voice of Yahweh God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh God among the trees of the garden. Yahweh God called the man and said to him, Where are you? The man said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. You just sewed some fig leaves together, though. God said, Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from? The man said, The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I ate. Yahweh God said to the woman, what is this you have done? The woman said, the serpent deceived me, and I ate. Yahweh God said to the serpent, because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock, and above every animal of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life. Okay, so the serpent wasn't a snake at this point. I mean, the snake we know. God, sorry, it into the crawly thing that we see on the ground. I will put enmity between you and the woman. What does enmity mean? And between your offspring and her offspring. He will bruise your head, and you will bruise his heel. I guess enmity means like fear. Because enmity between you and a woman, I guess women fear snakes. To the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your pain in childbirth, in pain. You will bring forth children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. To Adam he said, is this the first time we see Adam's name? I think it is. Because you have listened to your wife's voice, and have eaten of the tree which I commanded you, saying, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you will eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns also and thistles will it bring forth to you, and you will eat the herb of the field. By the sweat of your face will you eat bread until you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken, for you are dust, and dust you shall return. It's a nice quote. For you are dust, and to dust you shall return. The man called his wife Eve, because she was the mother of all living. Yahweh God made coats of skins for Adam and for his wife, and clothed them. Yahweh God said, behold, the man has become like any of us, knowing good and evil. Now, lest he take his hand and also take of the tree of life, and eat and live forever. Therefore Yahweh God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden, to till the ground from which he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed cherubs at the east of the Garden of Eden, and the flame of a sword which turned every way, to guard the way to the tree of life. The man knew Eve, his wife. Well, I hope so. She conceived and gave birth to Cain, and said, I have gotten a man with Yahweh's help. Again she gave birth to Cain's brother Abel. Yeah, I know that story as well. One kills the other, right? Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. As it happened that Cain brought an offering to Yahweh from the fruit of the ground. Abel also brought some of the firstborn of his flock and of his fat. Yahweh respected Abel and his offering, but he didn't respect Cain and his offering. Cain was very angry, and the expression on his face fell. Yahweh said to Cain, why are you angry? Why has the expression on your face have fallen? If you do well, will it not be lifted up? If you don't do well, sin crouches at the door. Its desire is for you, but you are to rule over it. Cain said to Abel, his brother, let's go into the field. Let's go outside. It happened when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and killed him. Quite the overreaction. Yahweh said to Cain, "Where is Abel, your brother?" He said, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" Yahweh said, "What have you done?" "The voice of your brother's blood cries to me from the ground. Now you are cursed because of the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. From now on, when you till the ground, it won't yield its strength to you. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer in the earth." Cain said to Yahweh, "My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me out this day from the surface of the ground. I will be hidden from your face, and I will be a fugitive and a wanderer in the earth. It will happen that whoever finds me will kill me." Yahweh said to him, "Therefore, whoever slays Cain, vengeance will be taken on him sevenfold." Yahweh appointed a sign for Cain, lest any finding him should strike him. Cain went out from Yahweh's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain knew his wife. She conceived and gave birth to Enoch. And Enoch, he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. So did Enoch build a city? Or did Cain? I think it was Cain. Yeah. To Enoch was born Irad. Irad became the father of Mehujael. Mehujael became the father of Methujael. Methujael became the father of Lamech. Lamech took 2 wives. The name of the one was Ada, the name of the other Zillah. Ada gave birth to Jabal, who was the father of those who dwell in tents and have livestock. All of them. His brother's name was Jabal, who was the father of all who handle the harp and pipe. All of them. Zillah also gave birth to Tubal-Cain, the forger of every cutting instrument of brass and iron. Tubal-Cain's sister was Naamah. Lamech. So many characters. Lamech said to his wives, "Ada and Zillah, hear my voice. You wives of Lamech, listen to my speech. For I have slain a man for wounding me, a young man for bruising me. If Cain will be avenged 7 times, truly Lamech 77 times. Adam knew his wife again. She gave birth to a son and named him Seth. For God had appointed me another child instead of Abel, for Cain killed him. There was also born a son to Seth, and he named him Enosh. Then men began to call on Yahweh's name. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, he made him in God's likeness. He created them male and female, and blessed them, and called their name Adam. His name, right? Called their name Adam. Okay. Maybe his pronouns were they, them. In the day when they were created, Adam lived 130 years and became the father of a son in his own likeness, after his image, and named him Seth. The days of Adam after he became the father of Seth were 800 years. That's impressive. And he became the father of sons and daughters. All the days that Adam lived were 930 years. Then he died. It's quite a life. Seth lived 105 years and became the father of Enosh. Seth lived after he became the father of Enosh 807 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Seth were 912 years, then he died. Enosh lived 90 years, and became the father of Kenan. Enosh lived after he became the father of Kenan 815 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Enosh were 905 years, then he died. Do we have to know all of this? Kenan lived 70 years, and became the father of Mahalalel. Kenan lived after he became the father of Mahalalel 840 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Kenan were 910 years, then he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years, and became the father of Jared. Mahalalel lived after he became the father of Jared 830 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, then he died. Jared lived 162 years, and became the father of Enoch. Jared lived after he became the father of Enoch 800 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Jared were 962 years, then he died. Enoch lived 65 years, and became the father of Methuselah. Enoch walked with God. Okay, this is no different. Enoch walked with God after he became the father of Methuselah 300 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Enoch were 365 years. Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Methuselah lived 187 years, and became the father of Lamech. Methuselah lived after he became the father of Lamech 782 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Methuselah were 969 years, then he died. Lamech lived 182 years, and became the father of a son, and they named him Noah. I know that guy. Saying this same will comfort us in our work and in the toil of our hands, because of the ground which Yahweh has cursed. Lamech lived after he became the father of Noah 595 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Lamech were 777 years, then he died. Noah was 500 years old, and Noah became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. It happened when men began to multiply of the ground, and daughters were born to them. The God's sons saw that men's daughters were beautiful, and they took for themselves wives of all that they chose. Yeah, my spirit will not strive with man forever, because he also is flesh. Yet will his days be 120 years. Okay, this is when God reduces people's lives, right? The Nephilim were in the earth in those days. What are the Nephilim? And also after that, God's sons came into men's daughters. They bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Yahweh was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him in his heart. Yahweh said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the surface of the ground, man along with animals, creeping things, and birds of the sky, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found favor in Yahweh's eyes. This is the history of the generations of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time. Noah walked with God. Noah became the father of 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. Kinda like it is now, though, isn't it? God saw the earth and saw that it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. God said to Noah, "The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. Behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make a ship of gopher wood. You shall make rooms in the ship, and shall seal it inside and outside with pitch. This is how you shall make it. The length of the ship will be 300 cubits. What's a cubit? Its breadth 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. So it's a very long ship, 300 by 50, whatever a cubit is. You shall make a roof in the ship, and you shall finish it to a cubit upward. You shall set the door of the ship in its side. You shall make it with lower, second, and third levels, even high, duping the flood of waters on this earth, by all flesh having the breath of life from under the sky. Everything that is in the earth will die, but I will establish my covenant with you. You shall come into the ship, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. How do you know they're righteous? I think this is a plot hole. That's why the earth is still violent, because, okay, you say the righteous men, but what about the others? How do you know they're righteous? Nor they. What are the chances of every wife of every son to be righteous? Of every living thing of all flesh you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ship, to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female. Okay, so you're not really destroying everything, you're just kind of reducing population. They shall be male and female, of the birds after their kind, of the livestock after their kind, of every creeping thing of the ground after its kind. 2 of every sort shall come to you, to keep them alive. Take with you of all food that is eaten, and gather it to yourself, and it will be for food for you and for them. Thus Noah did, according to all that God commanded him, so he did. Yahweh said to Noah, "Come with all of your household into the ship, for I have sins before me in this generation. You shall take 7 pairs of every clean animal with you." No, 7? Till there was 1 pair. Of the animals that are not clean, take 2, the male and his female, okay? Also the birds of the sky, 7 and 7, male and female, to keep seed alive on the surface of all the earth. In 7 days I will cause it to rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. Kind of like England. Everything that I have made I will destroy from the surface of the ground. Noah did everything that Yahweh commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters came on the earth. Noah went into the ship with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives, because of the waters of the flood. Clean animals, animals that are not clean, birds, and everything that creeps on the ground went by pairs to Noah into the ship, male and female, as God commanded Noah. It happened after the 7 days that the waters of the flood came on the earth, in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, on the 17th day of the month. Okay, so February 17, right? On the same day, all the fountains of the great deep were burst open, and the sky's windows were opened. The rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. In the same day, Noah and Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and 3 wives of his sons with them, entered into the ship. They, and every animal after its kind, all the livestock after their kind, every creeping thing that creeps on the earth after its kind, and every bird after its kind, every bird of every sort. I guess because the fish are not really affected by the flood, so those didn't have to get gathered. They went to Noah into the ship by pairs of all flesh with the breath of life in them. Those who went in, male and female of all flesh, as God commanded him. And Yahweh shut him in. The flood was 40 days on the earth. The waters increased and lifted up the ship, and it was lifted up above the earth. The waters prevailed and increased greatly on the earth, and the ship floated on the surface of the waters. The waters prevailed exceedingly on the earth. All the high mountains that were under the whole sky were covered. The waters prevailed 15 cubits upward. The mountains were covered. If 15 cubits is enough to cover all the mountains, the cubit is a really big, long distance. So just imagine how long the ship was at 300 cubits. It's way too long. All flesh died that moved on the earth, including birds, livestock, animals, every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, and every man, all in whose nostrils was the breath of the spirit of life, and all that was on the dry land died. Every living thing that was destroyed that was on the surface of the ground, including man, livestock, creeping things, and birds of the sky, they were destroyed from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those who were with him in the ship. The waters prevailed on earth 150 days. Let me check on Twitch. Okay, it's delayed a little bit. Sound check. Okay, it works. God remembered Noah, all the animals and all the livestock that were with him in the ship, and God made a wind to pass over the earth. The waters subsided. The deeps, the fountains, and the sky's windows were also stopped, and the rain from the sky was restrained. The waters receded from the earth continually. After the end of 150 days, the waters decreased. The ship rested in the seventh month, on the 17th day of the month, and on Ararat's mountains the waters receded continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, the tops of the mountains were seen. It happened at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ship which he had made, and he sent forth a raven. It went back and forth until the waters were dried up from the earth. He sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from the surface of the ground, but there was no place to rest her foot. And she returned to him into the ship, for the waters were on the surface of the whole earth. He put forth his hand and took her, and brought her to him into the ship. He stayed yet another 7 days, and again he sent forth the dove out of the ship. What about the raven? The dove came back to him at evening, and behold, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from the earth. He stayed yet another 7 days, still no raven, and sent forth the dove, and she didn't return to him any more. Maybe she saw what he did to the raven. It happened in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from the earth. Noah removed the covering of the ship and looked. He saw that the surface of the ground was dried. In the second month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dry. God spoke to Noah, saying, "Go out of the ship, you and your wife, and your sons, and your sons' wives with you. Bring forth with you every living thing that is with you, of all flesh, including birds, livestock, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful and multiply on the earth." Noah went forth with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives with him. Every animal, every creeping thing, and every bird, whatever moves on the earth after their families, went out of the ship. Noah built an altar to Yahweh, and took of every clean animal, of every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. Yahweh smelled a pleasant aroma. Yahweh said in his heart, "I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake." Yeah, some fried chicken do that, doesn't it? Because the imagination of man's heart was evil from his youth, neither will I ever again strike everything living as I have done, while the earth remains, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter. The day and night shall not cease. Okay, so Noah gave God some fried animals, and God decided not to kill us anymore. God and his sons, and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth. The fear of you and the dread of you will be on every animal on the earth, and on every bird of the sky, everything that the ground teems with, and all the fish of the sea are delivered into your hand. Every moving thing that lives will be food to you, for you, and the green herb, I have given everything to you. But flesh, with its life, its blood, you shall not eat. I will surely require your blood of your lives. At the hand of every animal I will require it. At the hand of man, even at the hand of every man's brother, I will require the life of man. Whoever sheds man's blood, his blood will be shed by man. For God made man his own image. Be fruitful and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply in it. God spoke to Noah and to his sons with him, saying, As for me, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your offspring after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the livestock, and every animal of the earth with you, of all that go out of the ship, even every animal of the earth. I will establish my covenant with you. All flesh will not be cut off any more by the waters of the flood, neither will there ever again be a flood to destroy the earth. God said, This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it will be for a covenant between me and the earth. It will happen when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow will be seen in the cloud. And I will remember the covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters will no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. The rainbow will be in the cloud. I will look at it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. Okay, so the rainbow is kind of the symbol of God promising not to kill everyone anymore. God said to Noah, This is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. The sons of Noah who went forth from the ship were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham is the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was populated. Noah began to be a farmer. He planted a vineyard. He drank of the wine and got drunk. He was uncovered within his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it on both their shoulders, went in backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were backwards, and they didn't see their father's nakedness. Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him. He said, Canaan is cursed. He will be servant of servants to his brothers. Well, that's quite an overreaction. He said, Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Shem. Let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth. Let him dwell in the tents of Shem. Let Canaan be his servant. Noah lived 350 years after the flood. All the years of Noah were 950 years. Then he died. Now this is the history of the generations of the sons of Noah and of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. These were the islands of the nations divided in their lands, everyone after his language, after their families in their nations. The sons of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba, Havila, Ramash, and Sabteka. So many names. The sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. Cush became the father of Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before Yahweh. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before Yahweh. The beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. Out of that land he went forth into Assyria, and built Nineveh, Rehoboth, Ir, Calah, and Resen between Nineveh and Calah, the same in the great city. Mizraim became the father of Ludim, Anamim, Lehabim, Naphthuim, Patrushim, Kashluhim, which the Palestinians descended from, and Kaptorim. Canaan became the father of Shidon, his firstborn, Heth, the Jebusite, and Amorite, the Girgashite, the Hivite, the Archite, the Sinite, the Arvidite, the Zemarite, and the Hamathite. Afterward, the families of the Canaanites were spread abroad. The border of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as you go toward Gezer. I give directions. To Gaza, as you go towards Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim, to Lasha. These are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their languages, in their lands, in their nations. To Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the elder brother of Japheth. To him also were children born. The sons of Shem, Elam, Ashur, Arpachshad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram, Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Arpachshad became the father of Shelah. Shelah became the father of Eber. To Eber were born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided. His brother's name was Joktan. Joktan became the father of Almodad, Shelef, Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzal, Diklah, Abal, Abib, Mael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Their dwelling was from Mesha, as you go toward Setar, the mountain of the east. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their languages, in their lands, after their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations, in their nations. Of these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. The whole earth was of one language, of one speech. It happened as they traveled east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, as they lived there, and they lived there. They said one to another, "Come, let's make bricks and burn them thoroughly." They had bricks for stone, and they used tar for mortar. They said, "Come, let's build ourselves a city, and a tower whose top reaches to the sky, and let's make ourselves a name, lest we be scattered abroad on the surface of the whole earth." Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built. Yahweh said, "Behold, they are one people, then they have all one language. This is what they began to do. Now nothing will be withheld from them which they intend to do. Come, let's go down, and there confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech." So Yahweh scattered them abroad from there on the surface of all the earth. They stopped building the city. Therefore its name was called Babel, because there Yahweh confused the language of all the earth. From there Yahweh scattered them abroad on the surface of all the earth. So that's why we have so many languages on earth. This is the history of the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and became the father of Arpachshad 2 years after that. Shem lived 500 years after he became the father of Arpachshad and became the father of sons and daughters. Arpachshad lived 35 years and became the father of Shelah. Arpachshad lived 403 years after he had became the father of Shelah and became the father of sons and daughters. Shelah lived 30 years and became the father of Eber, and Shelah lived 403 years after he became the father of Eber, and became the father of sons and daughters. Eber lived 34 years and became the father of Peleg. Eber lived 430 years after he became the father of Peleg and became the father of sons and daughters. Peleg lived 30 years and became the father of Reu. Peleg lived 209 years after he became the father of Reu and became the father of sons and daughters. Reu lived 32 years and became the father of Serug. Reu lived 207 years and became the father of Sherug, became the father of sons and daughters. Sherug lived 30 years and became the father of Nahor. Sherug lived 200 years and became the father of sons of Nahor, and then the father of sons of daughters. Nahor lived 39 years and became the father of Terah. Nahor lived 119 years after he became the father of Terah and became the father of sons and daughters. Terah lived 70 years, became the father of Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. Now this is the history of the generations of Terah. Terah became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Haran became the father of Lot. Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his birth, and Ur of the Chaldees. Abram and Nahor took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai. The name of Nahor's wife, Milcah, the daughter of Haran, who was also the father of Ishach. Sarai was barren. She had no child. Terah took Abram, his son, Lot the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, forth from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan. They came to Haran and lived there. The days of Terah were 205 years. Terah died in Haran. Okay, I think we're gonna stop here for this stream. It was interesting at first, the kind of the forming of Earth, the first people, the story of the Garden of Eden, the snake and stuff like that, the story of Noah. I mean, I've always heard about that story, but I never actually read the actual words in the Bible, so it was kind of cool. But then it went kind of downhill when it started naming all the names and the ages and how many days he lived. You know, this guy's name was this guy, his son was this guy and this guy, and then he lived this many years. He had sons and daughters, and then this guy lived this many years and had this many sons and daughters, and then after that he lived this many more years, and then he died, and then his son had this guy as his son, and then lived this many years, and then died, and then this guy had this many sons, and these were their names, and then he lived this many more years, and then he died, and it went on and on and on. So that was a bit boring. But we're still only at 1%. So it's quite a way to go. I'm gonna do these twice a week on Fridays and Saturdays. So it's a Saturday today, so the next one is going to be next week on Friday around 7 p.m. BST, British Standard Time. I don't know what that is in other regions, countries. Do the math. I hope someone is gonna join me. But yeah, this was kind of fun actually. Next week we're going to continue from 12:1. It's not a time, that's kind of a paragraph. Nope, I'll minimize that. I just want to show you 12:1, this one. Now Yahweh said to Abram, get out of your country, that one. We're gonna start from there. It's 8:32 now. I said I'm gonna read until 9, but I'm kind of bored by it now. So I'm gonna do this one next week. Alright. Yeah, that's it basically. Thank you for watching, if you are in the future. And I'll see you in the next one.